You always hear about the Thai women men should avoid, right? The red flags, the scammers, the bar girls. But what you don't hear about is the flip side. The types of foreign guys Thai women are quietly warning each other about. And trust me, they do talk a lot with friends, sisters, co-workers, even in Facebook groups with tens of thousands of members where they'll post a guy's photo and ask, does anyone know him? Word spreads faster here than you'd think. So in this video, I'm flipping it. These are 10 types of foreigners that make Thai women grab their phone and text their friends, avoid this guy. Some of them are obvious, some will surprise you, and by the end you'll know exactly why they make the list and how to make sure you're not one of them. First up, the guy who comes on way too strong, way too fast. You know this dude. Day one, he's buying expensive gifts, talking about love, planning the future together. He thinks he's being romantic, but to Thai women, red flags everywhere. Here's what I've learned from talking to women out here. When a guy moves that fast, it doesn't feel romantic. It feels desperate. Or worse, it feels like he's hiding something. Like, why is this stranger so invested in me already? What's the catch? Thai culture moves slower than Western dating, man. The women who've been around foreign guys, they've watched this movie before, and they know exactly how it ends. The love-bombing guy usually crashes just as hard as he started. Today he's buying you an iPhone. Next month he's having a meltdown because you didn't text back fast enough. Smart Thai women test these guys by slowing things down. They'll be like, oh, that's sweet, but maybe we take things slower. And if dude gets weird about it, if he starts pushing harder or gets upset, boom, that tells them everything they need to know. Build something real over months, not days. Consistency beats intensity every time. But if you think romantic desperation is bad, wait until you meet the guy who turns every conversation into his personal TED Talk. Picture this, you're on a date in Bangkok and 45 minutes in, you know everything about his crypto portfolio, his startup back home, and his ex-wife's lawyer. But he couldn't tell you her name if his visa depended on it. This is the dude who only talks about himself. His job, his travels, his achievements, his problems, everything revolves around him. Here's the thing about Thai culture. Listening and showing genuine interest in others is huge. It's about respect, consideration. When you're just talking about yourself the whole time, you look shallow and temporary. I've had Thai friends tell me they'll drop little personal details during conversations to test guys, like they'll mention their family or their goals or something they're worried about. And if the guy just nods and then immediately goes back to talking about himself, that's it. Test failed. He's not relationship material. The women who have options, they're looking for someone who's actually curious about their life, not just using them as an audience for their own stories. Ask real questions. Remember her answers. Show up interested in her world, not just broadcasting your own. And speaking of broadcasting, the guy coming up next can kill his dating life with just one complaint. This food is too spicy. Why is it so hot here? Traffic is insane. Nobody speaks English properly. 5 minutes with this guy and you want to hand him a boarding pass home. Thai culture has my pen rai, let it go, don't worry about it. When you're constantly negative, you're going against the entire cultural vibe. But here's where it gets really embarrassing. These guys complain in front of service staff. I watched one American dude absolutely berate a restaurant worker because they didn't understand his order. The Thai woman with him, she was mortified. Later, she told her friends, I felt like I was babysitting a child having a tantrum. Word spreads fast in Thailand's service industry. Get a reputation for being difficult, and every restaurant knows about you. Not a good look when you're trying to impress someone local, because in Thailand, the man who rolls with the chaos will always outlast the man who fights it. But if you think money can't buy love, wait until you see what it actually buys. My phone broke, so expensive to fix here. Mom needs medicine money. Rent is due tomorrow. Can you help just this once? This guy thinks generosity equals affection. Big mistake. Here's what he doesn't understand. Thai women with self-respect don't want to feel bought. When you immediately start paying for major expenses, it creates a weird dynamic where she's never sure if you like her or just the control that money gives you. I've talked to educated Thai women who've told me straight up, when a foreign guy throws money around early, it feels transactional. Like, what does he expect in return? What happens when the money stops? They've watched friends get trapped in this script, and it never ends well. The guy starts generous, but uses that generosity as leverage later. I pay your rent, so you should, whatever. But the ATM guy is just naive. The next type, he thinks financial support gives him ownership of her entire life. Where are you? Who are you with? Why didn't you answer my message from 10 minutes ago? Send me a photo so I know you're safe. A Thai friend once told me she broke up with a guy before the second date because he wanted her to share her location for safety. She said, "If I wanted my dad, I'd move back home. If this is hitting close to home, stick around, we're just getting started." Thai women who've encountered this type develop radar for it because they know the progression. Today he's worried about her safety. Tomorrow he's showing up at her workplace unannounced. Next week he's demanding to check her phone. These women have fought for their independence and won't surrender it to someone who confuses control with care. They'll ghost you so fast you'll think your phone broke. But if you think being possessive is bad, wait until you meet the guy who makes women block his number before dessert arrives. Why do they put shrines everywhere? This Buddha stuff is weird. Thai food gives me stomach problems. Your language sounds so complicated. Why don't you just speak English? One casual insult to Thai Buddhism at a dinner party. That's all it took for one British guy to get blacklisted from an entire social circle. The woman he was dating, she never called him back. Even light jokes about Thai culture feel deeply disrespectful. You think you're being funny, but she's hearing you mock her identity, her family's values, her entire background. I've seen guys cross lines with politics or religion without realizing Thai people take this stuff seriously, like legal trouble seriously. One wrong comment about the monarchy, and you're not just losing dates, you might be losing your visa. Learn some basic respect, ask questions instead of making assumptions. Because once you're known as that disrespectful foreigner, good luck changing that reputation. The guy we're meeting next thinks expensive fakery will solve his personality problems. Fake Rolex, rented Lamborghini, stories about his business empire that sound like bad movie scripts. Thai women, especially in Bangkok, have seen every variation of this performance. They can spot fake luxury goods from across the room. They know which hotels are actually expensive versus which ones just look fancy online. I know a German guy who got exposed for wearing a fake Rolex on a date. The woman's brother worked in luxury retail. Not only did she never see him again, but now he's fake Rolex guy in certain circles. Congratulations, you just paid $200 to look like you make terrible decisions. But here's the real kicker. When they catch you lying about money, they don't just think you're broke, they think you're the type of person who lies about everything. Because in Thailand, the man who's quietly real will always outlast the man who's loudly fake. Coming up, the guy who's been here for years but somehow gets more bitter every day. Thailand used to be great, now it's ruined. Thai people can't be trusted, everything's a scam. The government doesn't know what they're doing. This is different from the serial complainer. The complainer whines about daily inconveniences. The bitter expat has turned negativity into his entire personality. Every conversation becomes a lecture about what's wrong with Thailand. He's the guy at the bar explaining why your girlfriend is probably playing you, why your business idea won't work, why nothing good ever happens here. Even if some of his complaints are valid, this energy is toxic. When you're constantly negative about her country and her people, what message does that send? That you resent her background? That she's somehow lesser because she's Thai? Women who are proud of their culture won't spend time defending their entire existence to some bitter foreign guy who clearly hates where he chose to live. If you hate everything about Thailand, maybe it's time to leave. Life's too short to be miserable in paradise. But bitterness takes years to develop. What about the guy who can't be bothered to learn hello after 3 years? 3 years in Thailand, and the only Thai he knows is pad Thai. That's not charming anymore. It's lazy. I'm not talking about fluency. I'm talking about basic respect. Hello. Thank you, excuse me, the guy who still points at menus and shouts in English when something goes wrong. To Thai women, this says everything about your character. You expect their entire country to accommodate you while putting in zero effort to meet them halfway. If you can't be bothered to learn 5 basic words, what does that say about how you'll treat the relationship? I've seen guys completely transform how they're treated just by learning to say thank you properly in Thai. Suddenly, restaurant staff are friendlier, taxi drivers are more helpful, and yes, women see you differently too. The effort matters more than the results. But when you don't even try, that's a character problem, not a language problem. Now for our final type, the guy who's already decided she's running a con before she even says her name. Picture this, British guy in Bangkok, got burned by one bar girl 2 years ago. Now he treats every Thai woman like she's running the same script. I watched this exact scenario at a coffee shop. Sweet university teacher, genuinely interested in him, asking about his work, sharing stories about her family, his response to everything. Yeah, they all say that at first. She smiled politely, finished her drink, and never replied to his next message. Here's what runs through their minds when they meet this guy. If you think so little of Thai women, why are you here trying to date us? Smart women have better things to do than fight your baggage. They'll let you keep your suspicions and find someone who actually wants to know them. Look, protect yourself financially, be smart about red flags, but don't let one bad experience poison every future connection. The woman sitting across from you isn't responsible for what someone else did to you 2 years ago. So there you have it, the 10 types of foreign men that Thai women actively avoid. And notice something? It's not about money, looks, or age. It's about respect, awareness, and how you carry yourself. Thai women, especially the quality ones, they value men who make them feel safe and respected without trying to control or buy them. They want someone who shows up as a complete person, not someone using them to fill some void or live out some fantasy. Your reputation in Thailand travels fast, man. Being the kind of man that women quietly recommend to their friends, that's more powerful than any amount of money or status you could flash around. The guys who do well here long term understand this isn't about gaming the system or cracking some cultural code. It's about being a decent human being who respects where he is and who he's with. So here's my challenge to you. Which one of these guys have you been? And more importantly, which one do Thai women think you are? If this hit different, let me know in the comments. Share your own experiences or call me out if I missed something. We're all learning from each other out here. Thanks for letting me break this stuff down, man. Seriously appreciate you guys. Peace.